Students, welcome to class today on Wednesday. We're going to get right into the notes quickly because um, the homework I give you, you do not have to finish it, which you know that already because it is a Wednesday. My son just tapped me on the shoulder. Give me 5 seconds, please. Excuse me. What do you need? Oh, we really need to. Can we do that? Okay, thanks for letting me chat with my son there. I am back. Anyways, Wednesdays you do not have to finish your homework, so I want to teach quickly so you get most of your homework done in class. Let me say now, in case I forget, that if you want to finish your homework, you're allowed to add 2 bonus points to your bonus point account if you finish your homework tonight or if you finish it in class, whatever. But you do not have to finish the homework, okay? It's a Wednesday night, but I want you to do as many as you can tonight. There will be a test on Monday. If you don't know that by now, you've either been absent or not really listening because I've mentioned that many times, so there will be a test on Monday. You do owe me homework from last night. Would you please turn that in now at this time? So take a second, grab your homework, and please pass that in, and make sure Mr. Harmon or whoever the supervising teacher is gets that homework. Now, the schedule for the rest of the week will be this. Tomorrow I will teach another lesson, and I will give you some homework. I might give you the review sheet Thursday. I probably won't. I'll probably give it to you Friday. You'll have the whole class hour Friday to work on it, the weekend to finish it up. There'll be a video on the internet of me explaining and working the problems out for you. So I will really give you a thorough review sheet on maybe Thursday, probably Friday, and your test will be Monday. Tomorrow we'll have one more lesson and we'll finish chapter 9. We've done really well, so congratulations. That's basically it. So let's jump into this right away, okay? I'm just waiting a second for you to grab your notebooks and your pencils and pens and calculators and everything else, and let's get ready to get started here. Okay, what we're going to look at today, now students, before I flash up here this heading, listen, we've been talking about the past couple class periods, the difference between volume and surface area. Volume and surface area. If I wanted to wrap the outside of a box, a present, that would be surface area. How much wrapping paper would I need to go around the box? If I wanted to fill an aquarium up with water, that would be volume, the space inside of a solid. And so we've been doing both of these procedures to solids, surface area and volume. Well, we're going to continue on now looking at volume, so please write this down. Today we're going to learn how to find the volume of pyramids and cones. Pyramids and cones, okay? That's lesson 9.5, and the date today's the 10th. So I'll wait a second while you copy this down. Volume of pyramids and cones, lesson 9.5, and today's the 10th. Now, I want you to sit back and relax and just watch this breakdown between surface area and volume. Are you ready? Here we go. You can take notes on this if you want to, but you don't have to. We have studied pyramids so far this year, okay? Look to the left. We have learned how to find the surface area of pyramids. Right here it is, surface area. And we have learned how to find, well, we're going to learn today how to find the volume of a pyramid, okay? Let's go a step further. Here's the formula that you learned. Now, you might have forgotten it, but we went over this, okay? To find the surface area of a pyramid, we have B, which is area of the base, plus 1/2. P stands for the perimeter of the base, and L stands for the slant height. Now, that's the formula to find the surface area of a pyramid. Everybody see that? Now, the formula we're going to learn today in order to find the volume of a pyramid is this formula right here. I'm going to go ahead and put V equals. Now, I do want you to write this in your notes. Somewhere in your notes, make record that this is the formula to find the volume of a pyramid, okay? 1/3 capital B H, or in other words, 1/3 times, what does capital B stand for? Area of base, if you want to write that down, area of base, and then times the height of the pyramid. Now, do you see the difference? we have learned how to do two things to pyramids: surface area and volume. Do you see that? You have been given two formulas. One is for surface area and one is for volume. Hopefully you see the difference. You need to know that. Today, we're going to focus on this right here. Volume of a pyramid. Volume of a pyramid. Now let's move on to something else, so please watch this carefully. Now let's talk about cones for a second. Today, we're also going to learn how to find the volume of cones. The volume of cones, okay? So, just kind of watch. You don't have to take notes on this if you don't want to. If you feel like it's beneficial, then feel free to. We have learned how to find the surface area of cones. And there's the formula that you learned. You might have forgotten it, but we learned this. It's area of base, capital B stands for area of base, plus pi r L. R stands for radius, L stands for slant height. Okay? Today we're going to learn how to find the volume of a cone. And there it is. And that should be 1/3. I'm really sorry about that. That's very poor teaching on my part. Let me fix that. That should be 1/3. 1/3 base, area of base times the height. Okay? 1/3 area of base times the height. Now it's a Wednesday. I would like to go into detail on where these formulas come from. If you are into math and you love to read about it, turn to the first page of lesson 9.5 and you'll see an example of why they explain why the volume of a pyramid is 1/3 base times height and the volume of a cone is 1/3 base times height. Do you see how they're the same formula? Do you see that, students? So if I ask you to find the volume of a cone or the volume of a pyramid, we use the exact same formula. 1/3 area of base times height. Capital B stands for area of base. I would like you to write this somewhere in your notes. Okay, somewhere in your notes you'll want to make note that this is how you find the volume of a cone. Okay? So we have learned how to find, there are two things that we're going to know how to do with cones, volume and surface area, and thus you have two formulas. One is for surface area and one is for volume. Okay? So if you want to write this down, feel free to. You didn't have to. All of that is up to you. Now let's continue on and try to make this a little easier for you to see before we get started. And then we'll do about 5 problems and we'll be done for the day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 problems. Yes. So here we go. This again is not mandatory notes. So if you want to write this down, you can. You don't have to. We have learned how to find the volume of a cylinder and volume of a prism, volume of a pyramid, volume of a cone. These are all volumes. Or we're going to learn today how to find the volume of a pyramid and volume of a cone. I want to show you something about these formulas. Watch carefully. The volume of a cylinder and the volume of a prism is the same formula. Area of base times the height. Area of base times the height. So if I ask you to find the volume of a cylinder, like this, you use this formula here. If I ask you to find the volume of a prism, like a rectangular prism, something like that, you use this formula right here. They're the same formula, students. Do you see that okay? I just want to put this all in front of you so you can see it. So the volume of a cylinder and the volume of a prism have the same formula. Well, look at this. The volume of a pyramid and the volume of a cone, all these V's stand for volume, have the same formula. Look at that. Some of you might be writing this down. You might be like, oh, this is really helpful to see this written down like in a pattern. That's fine. Pause the video and write it down if I'm going too fast. But if I ask you to find the volume of a pyramid or the volume of a cone, we have the exact same formula. 1/3 times area of base, that's what capital B stands for, times height. Okay? Well, without any further ado, let's jump into some of these problems, okay? In your notes, I do not expect you to draw this picture, so instead just write this in your notes. Let's take some notes. I want you to write down page 510, example 1A. Then go ahead and turn there if you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to turn there and see the figure, that's up to you. Page 410, example 1A. Let me grab a quick drink of water here. Okay, here we go. So, they want us to find the volume of this pyramid. The volume of this pyramid. Well, the hardest part that you're going to have is just memorizing the formulas, and I'm giving them to you today. So, volume equals 1/3 times area of base times height. I'm going to quickly cut and paste that. So I will have that. Okay, there we go. Now let's continue on. So they want us to find the volume of this pyramid. Our formula is 1/3 area of base times height. Let's go ahead and put the height in real quick, shall we? The height is obvious. It's 6. Does everybody see that? The height is 6. Straight up and down right here, 6. Now, students, that's pretty easy. Okay? So let's continue on. Now, area of base. Well, I'm going to take my red pen here and highlight the base for you, or outline the base. Does everybody see the base? Looks like a rectangle to me. Looks like a 5x4 rectangle. So when I ask you to find the area of the base, I'm asking you to find the area of a what? A rectangle. And what is the area of that rectangle? Well, I hope you know by now how to find the area of a rectangle. 5 times 4, 20. And then we bring down our 1/3. Does everybody see that? Capital B stands for area of base, and our base was a rectangle, so the area of this base was 20. 5 times 4. The height of the pyramid is 6, so I put a 6 right here, bring down my 1/3. And if we multiply all these together, we will get 40 cubic feet. Okay? 40 cubic feet, moving on. Moving on to the next problem. All right, here we go. Copy this into your notes, please. I don't expect you to draw this diagram right here, but if you'll copy down this page number into your notes, then you'll know exactly where your notes came from and what the problem was. Page 510, example 1B. Example 1B. All right? And here we go. They want us to find the volume of this pyramid. Well, again, the formula is still the same, and there's the formula. Volume equals 1/3 times the base times the height. Now, right off the bat, students, I'm circling it for you. We can see the height. Look in your book if you need to. I know this picture is a little blurry, but the height is 8. The pyramid has a height of 8. So the first thing I do is I put the height in. It's easy. So why not? Now we have to find capital B, which is the area of the base. Well, let's outline the base and see if it's a circle, hexagon, heptagon, triangle, parallelogram, trapezoid, square, rectangle, rhombus. Well, it looks to me to be a triangle. Okay? So we're going to find the area of a triangle. Does everybody remember how to find the area of a triangle? It is 1/2 base of the triangle and height of the triangle. Okay? So let's draw the triangle. It's going to look a little different than what you see there, but we have a right angle right here. Does everybody see? Let me erase these marks right here. Does everybody see that right angle right there? It's in your book right there. So this side here is a length of 7, and this side here has a length of 6. So what is the base of your triangle? It's 7. What is the height of your triangle? It's 6. How do you find the area of a triangle? 1/2 times the base of the triangle times the height of the triangle. So let's put it all together. See this 1/3? I have 1/3. Then inside my parentheses here, I have 1/2 times my base times my height. And then I have an 8 right here. So basically, students, you're just multiplying everything together. You really are. You're just multiplying 1/3 times 1/2 times 7 times 6 times 8. Now break out the calculators and practice and make sure you know how to type this in. I'm going to try to do it quickly in my head. It'd be 42, it's 21, that'd be 7, 56. I believe that's right. So 56 square meters. And if you want to take a second, or cubic, I apologize. Let me go back a page. Did I say cubic meter, cubic feet? Good, I did. It is volume, so we're dealing with cubic measurements, not square. So 56 cubic meters. Now, let me say this to you. Check your work with the calculator and make sure that you really know what you're doing, okay? That's very important. All right, let's continue on, and let's look at a couple more. I would like you to try this one for a bonus point. Now, I'm going to start working on it right away, okay? So, if you, if you're going to try to get the bonus point, go ahead and get started right away. Now, if you want a page number for this, I encourage you to do. It's page 511, number 1 at the top, okay? So everybody take a look at that. This is for one bonus point in your bonus point account. So on your own, I want you to go ahead and find the volume of this pyramid. The formula is 1/3 times the area of the base times the height, okay? I'm going to quietly, I'm just going to go ahead and just wait and let you guys work on it. Do not pause the video. We're just going to let it run. And I think we are going to kind of get away from that, by the way, just so you know. Not for selfish reasons, like I don't like to sit here, but I think if y'all just pause the video and work on it and then listen, I think everybody is feeling a lot more comfortable to have time to work on the problem. So I think from here on out, we'll just always have you pause the video, everybody work it, and then you go on. But anyways, hopefully you've got a little start on it. I'm going to go ahead and make a couple substitutions here. I'm going to go ahead and put the height in. I think all of you already did that, hopefully. Hopefully you saw what the base was. Capital B means area of the base. How in the world can you find the area of the base unless you know what the base is? Looks like a square to me, a 6 by 6 square. So my area of the base is this, 6 by 6 square, and then bring down your 1/3. I hope I'm not pushing you guys. Hopefully you're having time to get this done. So basically you're going to multiply 1/3 times 36 times 7, and I'm getting 84. I hope that's right. I'm doing it quickly in my head, but 84 square or cubic inches, 84 cubic inches. So there's the volume of that pyramid, okay? There's the volume of that pyramid. Now, let's continue on. Again, I'm going a little fast. I want you to have time to work on your homework. That's really important to me, okay? All right, Mr. Earhart, you're doing an overkill. No, I'm not, because we're going to totally throw a curveball at you in this problem, trust me. So page 511, number 3, if you would write that down, please, in your notes. That way you won't have to copy the problem or the picture into your notes. Now, I'm going to change the problem. Did y'all catch that? I'm going to wait till everybody's looking up here and caught up. So we're on page 511, number 3 at the top. They keep giving you the height. I'm going to take blue here and kind of lightly color that out there. Pretend it's not there. All right, there we go. Now, I'm going to change the problem drastically. So please pay attention, okay? Instead of giving you the height, I'm going to give you the slant height. Okay, everybody better pay attention and watch this. It's fair game for a test or a quiz. You say, well, Mr. Earhart, it's not in our book. Well, take a pencil and lightly write it in if you want to, or just watch me up here, whatever you want to do. There. I'm giving you the slant height is 10. Now, I want you to find the volume of this pyramid. Are you ready? This is not going to be easy, so pay attention. All right, here we go. I want you to find the volume of this pyramid. Now, let's start with the easy part, the height. Oh, it's not easy. We don't know the height. Okay, so here's what we did. Would you please watch carefully? Remember a couple days ago, or maybe it was late last week, I forget, we learned if you don't have the slant height or if you don't have the height, you can find it by drawing a right triangle. That should ring a bell. So if I draw a line straight down to the middle of the pyramid like this, there, that would be my height, right? And then go straight over like this and make a right triangle. I don't know why I've got a right angle there. That's really, really fun. I'm not sure why I put that. Well, I know why I did. It's the slant height. But if I drop a height straight down like this to the middle and then draw this over, here's my right angle right here, right there. So here's the right triangle right here. There it is. And this measurement right here, see the slant height here is 10? That means this is 10. I'm going to outline it in blue. I've got to find this height right here. I've got to find that height right there, that height right there. That's the height right here of the entire pyramid. And that's what's going to go right here. So I did not give you the height of the triangle. You're going to have to find it. Now, let's see here. This here would be going across. This is 12. Everybody see that okay? So half the distance going across, half the distance is going to be a 6 right here. Okay? And now using Pythagorean's theorem, and where we are missing a leg, we would have L squared plus my other leg, 6 squared, equals my hypotenuse squared. So what I would have, L squared plus 36 equals 100. Subtract 36 from both sides. L squared equals 64. So L equals, take the square root of both sides. Your leg would equal 8. So this leg right here is 8. So now the height of this pyramid is 8. Now this is a pretty tough problem. Some of you might be a little confused, but I'm just telling you, you need to know how to do that, okay? If I don't give you the height and I give you the slant height instead, you should be able to find the height like I just did. So I'm going to come over here, and now where h is, I'm going to substitute 8 for my height. Now let's continue on. All right? Now, if I ever go too fast or erase something, all you have to do is pause the video and go back, okay? Now, if we look at our formula, we have our height right here. Next, we need the area of the base. Well, let's go ahead and highlight the base. There's the base. Everybody see that okay? There's the base. Looks like a triangle to me. So we have to find the area of a triangle. And the area of a triangle is 1/2 base of the triangle times height of the triangle. Bring down your 1/3. So here's my right triangle right here. There it is. This length here is 12, so I'll put a 12. This length here is 9, I'll put a 9. And now how do you find the area of this triangle? 1/2 times the base times the height. So I have 1/3, and then I would have 1/2 times my base of the triangle, which is 12, times the height of the triangle, which is 9, times 8. There we go. Now, we're going to multiply all these numbers together. So here we go. I'm getting 6, 2, 18, 18, 64, 144. I'm not sure if that's right, and I'll have to check that in just a second. It will not match the problem in the book because remember we changed it around a little bit. So let me very quickly grab a calculator here. My daughter and I are sharing a calculator. Can I use this real quick, please? Is that all right? Thanks. So we have 1/6 times 108 times 8. Yes, 144 cubic centimeters. 144 cubic centimeters. So that was a pretty difficult problem, okay? All right. Now, we're only doing one of these. That's our last one. We're only doing one of these because they're pretty simple. There's really no curveballs on finding the volume of a cone. They're done pretty much the same way. So I'd like you to write down page 511, example number 2 at the bottom of the page. Example number 2 at the bottom of the page. Okay, would you write that in your notes? That way you don't have to copy this figure down. All right, okay, let's go ahead and find the volume of a cone. Now the formula is the same. I told you that earlier at the start of the class period. So let's go ahead and see if we can't figure this out. First of all, we have the height of the cone. Do we not? It's 12. So I'm going to go ahead and put a 12 right here. Now next, I have to find capital B, which is area of the base. Well, I'm going to outline the base for you. You can see it's a circle. So we have to find the area of a circle. The area of a circle. Well, the last time I checked, the way you do that is pi r squared. So write that down, please. Pi r squared. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have 1/3. Then in this parentheses, I would have 3.14 times, well, my radius is 8. Everybody see that right here? My radius is 8. So it would be times 8 squared times 12. So you're really multiplying all of these numbers together. All right? Let me very quickly grab a calculator. I do apologize this was not done already, but I'll do it very quickly here. 3.14 times 64, because 8 times 8 is 64, times 12 equals, and then times 1/3, 803.84. 803.84. Now, if you're not getting that, I'm not there to help you with your calculators. You students are going to have to help each other, okay? But you should get 803.84 cubic centimeters. Okay, and that's all that we're learning today. That's it, students. So I'm going to go way back to the beginning of the class period like this. And there it is. We learned today, look at this, we learned how to find the volume of a pyramid and the volume of a cone. And they have the same formula. 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. It's that simple, okay? All right, I want you to work on this assignment. It's 9 problems. If you want 2 bonus points, then do the whole thing. If you don't want the 2 bonus points, that's fine. If you do, that's up to you. But I want you to work the rest of the class period very diligently on these problems. If you want to watch the help video, well, you know it's BAG, Berean Academy Geometry, and then 9-5, and then homework. And it's already downloaded to YouTube. Mr. Harmon or one of you guys can find that. And if it helps you with the homework, feel free to use that. And I noticed on YouTube there's been a lot of views lately on the homework, and that's good. Keep using these videos to help you. Have a great day. I'm excited for you seniors as the senior trip is coming up. Maybe I'll share some of my old senior trip stories with you guys later on. I'm sure you can share some with me too. You guys have a lot of fun in New York City. So let's finish well. Let's finish the week well. Let's take our test next Monday. By the way, remember on the quiz? I told you on the quiz, if you will do some of the if you'll do some of the problems in the test well that you didn't do well in the quiz, I will let them replace those quiz problems up to 70%. So keep that in mind. Have a good rest of the day, and we will talk to you tomorrow.